to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From American Airlines Center in Dallas, tonight, the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Indiana Pacers. Opening tip won by the Mavericks, and we're underway in Dallas. Lee to Brunson. To Luka Doncic. Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim, short. Good defense there as the Mavs take it away. Lee to Brunson. Porzingis to Lee. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Has a look. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
Lee to Porzingis. Miles Turner with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Down to Warren. Nice pass to get things going.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Gets a look. Can't hit. The feed stolen away. To Porzingis. Can't miss those. And he scores. Jay, how do you stop that?
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Gets to the basket, but it's no good. To Turner. Miles Turner slams it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Here comes the screen. Lee to Porzingis. KP, Kristaps Porzingis. 2-of-4 now.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Brunson to Porzingis. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Jonas Valanciunas trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. The free throw is good. It's back to a one-point game. To Turner. For three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continue. Set it up.
It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Throws it down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Porzingis. Driving right to the basket. KP, Kristaps Porzingis. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Oh, had him going there for a second. Nothing going here on that drive. To Turner. Had a chance, but it's no good. Lee with the basketball. Down 4. To Porzingis. Pulled in by Brogdon. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. McConnell to Valanciunas. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Oops, he missed the first one. Good bounce back, hits his second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
The free throw good as he completes a 3-point play, and the lead is up to 9. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Short jumper off the mark.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Brogdon. Nothing going here on that drive. To Brogdon. Slam dunk, Malcolm Brogdon. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And he finishes at the rim.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
The drive right to the basket. Can't connect from in close.
He missed that shot on his own. The defense didn't do anything on that play to make him miss.
Here comes the screen. From long range, and knocks it down.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come forward.
No, I missed a short one there. Indiana with the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Deep right corner. Seth Curry. KP. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Hardaway matched up with Warren. To Seth Curry. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
To Porzingis. Seth Curry. Short jumper off the mark. Pass stolen by the Mavericks. Hardaway. To Lee. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall. Another shot won't go either.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Screen coming. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Dallas has it. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Oh, he had him there for a second. To Turner. Short jumper misses. Right with it. His guys down big. Nothing going here on that drive. Miles Turner tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Oh, good defense there as the Mavs take it away. Right to Valanciunas. Knocked loose. That'll get out off one of the Pacers. So the Mavericks will keep the possession. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Not that time. To Brogdon. From the outside, no good. Dallas owns the basketball. To Porzingis. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
Here comes the screen. There's the toss. Pass stolen by the Mavericks. McConnell to Luka Doncic. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
Look, as a player, this stuff happens all the time. No need to make this into something bigger than what it really is. Move on to the next play, get locked in.
To Turner. Shot from in close, no good. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. Kristaps Porzingis swats it. First quarter's complete with the Pacers way out in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's Indiana basketball. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
McConnell to Seth Curry. Domantas Sabonis. Huge block. Gets to the basket and scores.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Off the penetration, almost, but no good.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Here comes the screen.
Get over.
Fires the three.
To number 13. That's his second personal foul.
T.J. Warren. He's going to get 3 shots here. Shoots it at 75% for his career. First one goes down. Second and 3, off the mark. Mavericks with the basketball.
I got him. Here we go.
Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. Powell with the rebound. McConnell to right. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Here comes the screen. Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start dragging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Kicks it outside. Fires the three. Powell with the rebound. To Hardaway. Tim Hardaway Jr. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Missed a wide open look. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Hardaway. Trying to cash in. Offensive rebound. Brunson. Off the assist.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Now the Pacers going to use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for Indiana, number 43, Karis LeVert.
Runner here won't go.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipping.
Doncic to Porzingis. Pacers come up with it.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Layup goes down. Well done.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Lays it up and in.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Dallas with the possession. Brunson to Porzingis. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Second violation. Dallas. For Indiana.
Got it from the line. New blood coming in for both sides.
Pacers, number 33, Miles.
Oh, good defense there as the Mavs take it away.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
To Turner. Swings it. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
To Porzingis. Miles Turner able to recover with the block. And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Misses the first. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Pacers with the possession. Brogdon. Nothing going here on that drive. Turner gets it in the left corner. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Screen coming. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Brogdon. Oh, had him going there for a second. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Mavericks with the possession. Brunson to Seth Curry. Knocked loose. Stays in bounds. Really good hustle. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? To Turner. Has a chance. Deep 2 there. Won't go. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than it was the actual rim.
Brunson to Luka Doncic. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big. 4-3, not getting the bounce.
I got ball.
To Brunson. Yes, and a foul. Hell of a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Luka Doncic at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Free throws good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. 5 to shoot for Indiana. Lets it fly from long range. Not that time. Has a look. Knocks it down on the step back. That was not easy.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Dwight Powell sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Porzingis for two. That's no good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. Doncic to Brunson. No good. Defense catching a break there. Oh, he had him there for a second. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the rebound taken in by Dallas. To Luka Doncic. Courtney Lee, guarded by Reed. Knocked loose. Pacers have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Beyond the arc for three. To Luka Doncic. Brunson. Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it. For three. Not that time. He misses. Dallas has it. Runner here. Won't go down. Tosses. Pass stolen by the Mavericks. Brunson knocked loose. Pacers have it. To Lee. Here comes the screen. And a nice finish at the rim.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Almost unlucky bounce. Brunson to Lee. Knocked loose. That'll get out off one of the Pacers. It's going to stay with Dallas. Time to shuffle things up.
Number 11, Tim Hardaway Jr.
Porzingis. Karis LeVert pins it.
And that's light work for a guy with his ability.
From long range, it's rebounded by the Mavericks. And count the basket inside.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Number 1, Courtney Lee.
Had a good look there, but it's no good. He got a piece. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Pacers are up after 2 quarters. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaky. These are the guys getting buckets for the Indiana Pacers. The Mavericks are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets for the Dallas Mavericks.
Game track. Assists.
Great effort makes for great highlights. These guys are playing a relentless style of basketball that really suits them.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. Kicks it around the perimeter. Here comes the screen. To Brogdon. Fires the three. That one off the mark. It's no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Gets a look. Can't hit.
Cultures have communication. Great cultures have teammates that are willing to push you to limits that maybe you didn't even see that you had. But right now, there's no leader on this team. Everybody's just going their separate ways.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. Pacers control. Here's a chance from long range. It's good for three.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Oh, Courtney Lee. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
Count it. And the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Oh, he can't connect. Oh, a lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Great feed. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Dallas owns the basketball. Brunson to Porzingis. Probing the defense. Porzingis gets a shot up off the mark. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Valanciunas giving you that size, giving you that length, a guy that can extend the defense. But you kind of forget that he was the 5th pick taken overall in 2011.
To Brogdon. Here comes the screen. Brogdon, deep right corner. Curling inside. And he scores. Ye took a big step, but they'll count the bucket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To Turner. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Just disrespectful.
To Brogdon. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Oh, yeah, you've been working on your
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great. That's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And the basket good at the rim.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Driving right to the basket. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Here comes the screen. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Luka Doncic trying to cash in on the three-point play, shooting 80% in this contest. And he knocks it down at the line. To Turner. Miles Turner slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Brunson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and it's good.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
From the painted area, won't go down. Miles Turner snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
And that's going to get out of bounds. So the Mavericks will keep the possession. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Almost. Tough shot in traffic. To Brogdon. 4-3. Won't go for Brogdon. Had a hand in his face.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Domantas Sabonis rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Draws the foul. And Porzingis will go to the line to shoot 2.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Kristaps Porzingis. Couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 80% at the line. First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. To Turner. Goaltending. Mavericks with the basketball. McConnell to Porzingis. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
And hits the first free throw. Two for two on that trip. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
I like that.
Dallas with the possession. To Lee. Screen coming. Miles Turner sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
The drive right to the basket. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Ed, I remember this in so much detail. I was watching the NBA pre-draft camp and I saw Miles Turner run, and myself and all the scouts, everybody's like, whoa, wait a second, what is that? But I give the Pacers a lot of credit. They had a trainer that worked with his gait, and now that's exactly who he is, a big that can run down, block shots, and be active on the perimeter defensively.
To Turner. Won't go down.
Here we go. Here we go.
McConnell. Lazy pass there, and it's intercepted. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Works it up top. Lets it fly from long range, and he buries it.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion, the backspin. It gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Lee. It's Sabonis with the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
To Brogdon.
On your lap. Here he comes.
The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not going down here. McConnell to Hardaway. McConnell to Lee.
Cut him, I got yours.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 20, Doug McDermott. Subbing in for the Dallas Mavericks.
It goes down.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here. because that was not an easy look.
To Lee. Here comes the screen. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Indiana with the basketball. To Turner. Brogdon. Sizing up the defense. To Brogdon. Turner. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Beyond the arc for three. Buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
And they're perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
And that's going to get out of bounds. It's going to stay with Dallas. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Hardaway. Miles Turner with a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Jonas Valanciunas. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Mavericks with the possession. Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it. Count the basket at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Right with it. Down a bundle to Hardaway. Domantas Sabonis with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And counted at the rim.
I don't know if a body on him would have prevented that bucket, but it at least would have let him know that you were there.
McConnell to right. To Hardaway. Miles Turner tips it. That's out. Last touch by Domantas Sabonis. Hardaway. For three. Cleared by the Pacers. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
DeLon Wright at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throw good, so they get the three-point play, but it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. Cash is in for two.
Come on, dog. You gotta play better D than that. What is that, dog? Come on, man.
Wong Hee from three-quarters court. That's the end of the third quarter. The Pacers are feeling good. Dallas with the basketballs. We begin the fourth quarter, and they have really not shown up tonight. This has been a very disappointing performance.
I mean, they've been outplayed in every facet of the game. Shooting, rebounding, even taking care of the ball. Even the managers of the opposing team are running out there faster to clean up the floor than their managers are.
Good. Off a spin.
If that missed, oh, he would have found himself on the bench.
From long range. That no good, off the mark. Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
Not a smart play at all. The reason why we have techs in this game is to protect players. You know better than that.
Team foul number 1.
Seth Curry to Hardaway. Great pass to set it up. Tough make through traffic.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Count the bucket for 2.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Driving right to the basket. Miles Turner swats it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
And a throwdown.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. It's Indiana basketball. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Fires the 3. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
See every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Knocked loose. Whoa, what a finish.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
To McConnell. Hardaway, deep left corner. Knocked loose. Pacers have it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Gets it at the top of the key. Here's a chance from long range. How's this for a hot start? He's 5 of 5 from three-point range.
And I get mesmerized every time I watch him shoot. Great release, up and down, comes down in the same spot every time.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Fires the 3. Rare miss the way he's been shooting. Shot's no good. Oh, he had it. Fracks at the line now.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
And he makes them both. Doncic to Porzingis. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Woo! Did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
To Brogdon. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
And he connects on the first free throw.
For the Dallas Mavericks, number 30, Curry.
Able to convert on both free throws. To Seth Curry. Domantas Sabonis able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Got a piece of it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Off the iron. It came out. To Luka Doncic. The drive right to the basket. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
Ed, I miss this feeling so much. It's so special when the game becomes so slow and so easy that it takes you back to a younger version of yourself when you're just out there at the park doing those same moves for fun.
Nice pass to set things up. Rises for the slam. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.